Chicago is one city. We shall work as people for our common good and our common goals. Chicago is the most populous city in Illinois, as well as the third most populous city in the United States. The beautiful city of Chicago has many unique nicknames, but the main one tends to be the Windy City because of the chilly gusts coming off Lake Michigan. Chicago is a very popular city and many citizens reside there because the city offers many great things besides the tragic crime. The city's overall crime rate is higher than the U.S. average. Chicago has been responsible for nearly half of 2016's increase in homicides in the United States. Murders in the city are increasing drastically due to gang affiliations. Murder rates in Chicago vary greatly depending on the neighborhood. Many neighborhoods on the south side are impoverished, lack educational resources, and these neighborhoods tend to be predominantly African American. As an African American woman, I, India Woods, will be running for mayor of the city of Chicago. As mayor, I would like to make change in the city so citizens won't have to worry about high crime rate. My team and I will come up with many resolutions to fix this major issue, and we will go out to different neighborhoods to receive feedback on what we should do to make Chicago a safe environment. Despite the negative aspects, the city has made noted contributions to urban planning and zoning standards, which includes new constitution styles. If elected as mayor, I plan to continue to make contributions to the city and its citizens. Being that I am the first African American woman running for this position, I may face many ups and downs, but no matter what, I will make change in history with my platform building a better tomorrow. Throughout my life, I always attended town hall meetings because of my great interest on running for this elected position. During these town hall meetings, I sat and I listened to elected officials who want to change and who tried their best to make sure the city of Chicago was not facing any negative issues. And if the city did, citizens won't be affected in any way. Before getting my hopes up, I researched the eligibility requirements to run for mayor, which consisted of being a resident of Chicago, having at least a high school diploma and an advanced education such as a master's degree. Also being at least 18 years old, 12,500 signatures from registered voters without any doubt, unpaid tax, or any obligations to the city of Chicago without a felony conviction or conviction for any vicious crime. I knew that I was qualified for this position because I held many different positions that would benefit the city, which were the Director of Development Communities Project, a senior lecturer in constitutional law at the University of Chicago Law School. I received my BA in International Relations in 2016 at Columbia University from Howard Law School, where I was the first African American editor of the Howard Law Review. All of my accomplishments allowed me to come up with my platform, Building a Better Tomorrow. I am a Democrat and I believe in equal opportunity despite race, religion, gender, or sexual orientation. Educational opportunity for all is also a reason I am a Democrat, because everyone should be able to receive a great education no matter what, because without an education in today's society, there is no way you can be successful. During this campaign, alongside of me, I have team members who has helped me bring my platform together and made sure that they have been responsible in the roles that they are in. I have my campaign manager. Her name is Gabby. She is responsible for overseeing all aspects of my campaign, including day-to-day operations, the hiring and management of staff, and the implementation of the fundraising operations and ongoing coordination with the candidate. The political director is
Ontario Jones,
and he is a key decision-making role in my campaign. The political director sets the agenda for the campaign at national, regional, and local levels. The political director role is to organize voting groups. My communications director, who is
Tony Mo,
he controls the flow of information between an organization and the public. Along with the management of communications team, communications director determines marketing strategies, direct public relations campaigns, and are often the face of the company and media events. The fundraiser director is he is the person whose job or task is to seek financial support for a charity, institution, or other enterprise. There are many relationships and affiliations in Chicago, which are activist group and organization that brings awareness to
Chicago's mayor election is currently a nonpartisan, which means the candidate that receives the majority of the votes cast will be declared an elected mayor. If no candidate receives the majority of the votes, a runoff election will be held between the two candidates, the one who receives the highest and the second highest number of votes within the first round. There are 25 districts in Illinois, all grouped into 9 sides. The community is well defined and they do not overlap. In July 2011, the Census Bureau confirmed that there are about 2 billion people living in the city of Chicago. The population has estimated to dramatic drop of 7% over the previous 10 years. That means both the normal developments in these territories and continuous to move through the city's workforce into the rural areas. Like Chicago itself, the northern rurals of the area generally are richer than the southern rural of the area. According to the Illinois State Board of Elections, more than 8 million voters are registered statewide, surpassing the previous record of 7.8 million set during the 2008 election for the former Illinois Senator Barack Obama, who launched his first successful presidential bid. Chicago has so far recorded an additional 1.5 million voters registering for this midterm election. That is the highest recorded number in the city since 1982 midterms. Many election experts say the turnout is expected to be low and expected to need a 15% vote to win the election.
The Me Too development was established in 2006 to help overcome sexual violence, especially black ladies and young ladies, and other young ladies shaded from low-reach networks discover pathways to many. Their vision from the earliest starting point was to address both the lack and access from overcome of sexual violence and to construct a network of promoters driven by survivors at the bleeding edge of making answers for hindering sexual survivors in their network. And under a half year as a result of the viral Me Too hashtag, an imperative decision about sexual violence has been pushed into a national exchange. What began as a nearby grassroots work has extended to achieve a worldwide network of survivors from varying backgrounds and survive to the discrimination of given by featuring the broadness and the effect of a sexual slavery around the world. Their objective is likewise to reframe and extend the worldwide decision about sexual violence to address the neediness of a more extensive range of survivors. Black ladies and young ladies in all networks of shading, we need to consult to be considered responsible, and we need techniques extended to support long-haul fundamental change. The Me Too development underpin overcoming of sexual bruising and their partners by interfacing survivors to assist, offering network, spotting out assist, and seeking out a.
For example, the activist group Black Lives Matter, which was founded in July 13, 2013, 4 years ago, what is now known as the Black Lives Matter Global Network, began to organize. It began as a section-based party-driven association whose mission was to construct neighborhood control and to intercede when viciousness was incurred on black people, grouped by the state and vigilantes. In the years since, we focused on battling together and to envisioning and making a world free of hostility to blackness, where each black individual has the social, financial, and political capacity to flourish. Black Lives Matter started as a suggestion to take action because of state-endorsed brutality and against black bigotry. Our aim from the earliest starting point was to associate black individuals throughout the world who have a common want for equity to act together in their networks. The impulse for the responsibility was and still is the widespread and intentional savagery dispensed on us by the state. Black Lives Matter influenced Chicago because the activist group talks about social issues that affect Chicago. For example, police brutality, mass incarceration, and racial profiling. Black Lives Matter Chicago have been a part of the lawsuit against the City of Chicago and the Chicago Police Department. They are organizing efforts to demand the firing of CPD officer Danton Servin, and they're fighting to say die at high schools on Chicago's South Side. They're organizing with many local groups and activists around protesting police crimes, police violence, police killings, and police brutality. The BLM movement is also fighting to close Human Square. We demand the immediate closing of Human Square and all other unknown black sites where over 7,000 people were disappeared. Accountability for police murder and torture. We demand immediate criminal prosecution of all police officers and government officials involved in the cover-ups of the murders of Laquan McDonald and Ronald Johnson, including Rahm Emanuel. We demand revoking of Dante Servin and John Burgess' pension for the murder of Rekia Boyd and torture of hundreds. These are all supporting BLM movement in Chicago.
Lobbyist affiliation is another form of advocacy with the intention of influencing decisions made by the government as well as individuals by lobby groups. One lobby group is McGuire Woods Consulting Public Affairs Solutions. It is the largest government affairs firm in Illinois with offices in Springfield and Chicago. The government affairs firm is the only firm in Illinois that provides comprehensive government affairs services including lobbying, procurement, appropriations, executive branch, relations, regulatory, and strategic government relations.
With my campaign, Building a Better Tomorrow, I will incorporate each of these relationships and affiliations to make Chicago a better place. I will do my best to help these groups successfully succeed with the goals they have. My last words to the citizens in Chicago are to make sure you vote me in so I can make change in history and always remember building a better tomorrow. Thank you guys, and I hope you enjoy it.